So Nikon finally did it. The red Nikon collab that we've been waiting for is finally coming out in mid-October. And I've got my pre-order in. But I shoot Sony. Why go Nikon? Let's talk about it. So we're coming to the end of my wedding filmmaking season, and it was a hectic one between photo and video weddings. And the kit that we used was kind of a little bit of a mishmash. So we had some FX30s, a ZV-E10 Mark II, and the main A cam that I've been using all wedding season has been that ZV-E1. And honestly, I've loved that full frame image, but it was and has just been a little bit of a cumbersome camera to use, mainly due to the fact that I've had to use a external monitor, my Ninja V, as a backup recording solution, and it overheats without a fan like nobody's business. And honestly, it's been a gripe for me, and that's why within the last 2 weeks, I was on the market for either an A7S III or an FX3, and I was this close to buying it. And then Nikon went and announced its ZR, and I watched every single, and when I say I watched every single video, I watched every single pre-production video from Matti Haapoja to Jacked Films to Filmright, everything. I watched every single person's review, and I was hooked. And so here's 5 reasons why I pre-ordered the ZR to replace anything from the ZV-E1 to the FX3 to the A7S III. I mean, first and foremost, if you aren't buying the ZR for that R3D codec, I don't really know why you would be buying it, because Nikon doesn't necessarily have that same like Sony fanboy fan base that would just, any Sony user would just start buying a camera, like for example the ZV-E10 II or the FX2 kind of thing, just taking whatever Sony gives them. Nikon, I don't feel like has that kind of base. So if you're not buying the ZR primarily for that R3D 12-bit R3D codec, I don't really know why. And the video that put it over the edge for me, that really convinced me how much of an upgrade that R3D video codec is going to be over something like the FX3 or the A7S III full frame image, was Matti Haapoja's side by side with the FX3. And I'll link that up here so you can go take a look and be convinced yourself. But number one, that R3D codec. Now, number two, something that we haven't really seen in these mirrorless, cameras available to the general public, is that 32-bit float on the 3.5mm and on the external microphone. Like, that is going to be something, especially as a run and gun shooter, that is going to come in super handy, especially if you're running something like a shotgun mic that doesn't have that 32-bit float. You are never going to clip that audio. And so as a wedding filmmaker, as someone who's filming events and that kind of thing, that is going to be a huge addition and plus when you add the ZR to your arsenal. Reason number 3, that 4-inch 1000 nit flip out screen is mind-boggling, okay? I haven't seen it in my hands naturally, and I'll do a review the instant I get that camera in, but 1000 nits is just as bright as this Ninja V, which I use in broad daylight, and 4 inches is going to go places. Pause. How do you say this without getting clipped here? 4 inches is huge for a flip out screen. Don't clip that. I've just seen like incredible videos, specifically Kyle Meshna. They did some testing out in the desert and just made use of that screen in bright sunny daylight. And I just can't believe that they would, make a commercially available. I think it just like kind of having a 1000 nit screen that is just like so revolutionary puts that FX3A to shame. The fact that they changed the screen in order to upsell that FX3 by a couple $100 is kind of shameless now. But yeah, number 3, that flip out monitor looks insane. Number 4, alongside the R3D codec, it's the video specs. I mean, this thing can shoot in 3 kinds of internal RAW, right? You got ProRes RAW, you got NRAW, and you also have that R3D, that red RAW. All of these up to 6K 60 with no crop. The only crop that comes into play is when you're shooting 4K 120, which I'll be honest, I don't even consider something I use. I don't even think I've ever used it on any of my cameras. And it's not even a full crop, right? It's, well, I guess sort of, it's the Super 35 crop, but the video capabilities, I mean, are intense. And in that video capability, like the immediate concern as a ZVE1 user is the overheating, because they say they have this fanless heat dissipation design. I was like, there's no way something shooting 12-bit R3D Red RAW at 6K 60 is not going to have overheating problems. And Gerald Undone, who is the king of breaking down every single technical aspect of every single camera, I'm going to put that up here, basically figured out that overheating is not really going to be an issue unless you're in 40-degree heat for a long period of time. And between Potato Jet's video and Gerald Undone's, Gerald Undone did a 5-hour test, and the only reason it stopped recording is because he had to go to bed without any overheating. So that gives me the confidence boost. I know that this fanless heat dissipation is actually going to do something, rather than the ZVE1's no dissipation at all and having to add this, you know, stupid fan on the back. And the image looks great, don't get me wrong, but pisses me off to have to use this stupid fan on the time. And wrapped up in point number 4, right, you have that Z mount, which I've already got that because of the Z mount and the small flange distance. I already have that small Megadap adapter that's about like 1/4 of an inch wide that lets me adapt all of my Sony lenses to the Nikon. So I already have a host of lenses to choose from as soon as this ZR comes in. And reason number 5 that I pre-ordered the ZR as a Sony shooter is the price. I mean, this $2,200 US, and after tax it came in at around just under $3,300 Canadian. That is the price of half of one FX3. And it's about $500 cheaper after tax than buying a used A7S III. So I mean, that was just like, yeah. The fact that it's also cheaper than the FX2, like, and I don't know why I harp on the FX2 all the time, but I hate the FX2. I hate the idea. Such a money grab. But FX2, FX3, A7S III, SR1, 2, like, do I need to say more? Like $2,200 US for a camera that packs this much is insane. So that's it. Those are the 5 reasons. As the day that these ship out, I ordered directly from Nikon because I didn't want to wait for a company to receive units and then distribute them. I got it straight from Nikon, so hopefully I get it as soon as possible in October. I will do a breakdown video and just do an unboxing and everything, but I am so excited. And the funny thing is, like, it uses the same sensor here as the Z6 III, and the sensor on the Z6 III has been incredible. Like, if you have any doubts about autofocus, whatever, you'll have seen all the clips that I've been using have been from the Z6 III in that, not ProRes RAW, what is it? The NRAW that I've been using, the 12-bit NRAW in here is incredible. You know, not the easiest to grade in the world, but that's where R3D is going to come in so handy. So something with this sensor and the 12-bit R3D codec is going to be incredible. So to anyone out there who doesn't think Nikon is doing anything video-wise, I think Nikon is coming for the crown. It's not here yet, don't get me wrong, but I think Sony, your day is coming. My name is Matt. Drop a sub if you are also getting the ZR. Let me know. Did you pre-order it? Are you not pre-ordering it because you're a huge Sony guy and waiting for FX3 Mark II? Drop a comment below. I would love to interact with you. That's it from me. We got plenty of videos coming. It's been a crazy busy wedding season, so I have not been able to sit in front of a camera like this. I just couldn't help it because I'm so excited about having ordered the ZR. But yeah. Join the crew here. We're almost at 1,200 subs, which has been a blast hanging out and shooting whatever I want. So if you like what you see here or you're a Nikon guy, I think I'm turning this channel fully Nikon. So be prepared. Catch you next one. Peace.